My name is Lisa Ritchel, and I work at the City of Bloomington Animal Shelter. I grew up in Jasper, Indiana. I loved being outside and I loved animals, but I really loved music. I played piano and I got into band, and band was a huge part of my life. Growing up in high school, in college, went to IU, School of Music, got a music ed degree, and it was all about band. When I was graduating from IU, I was in my student teaching seminar, and there was this pamphlet they gave us, and on the back it said, "Go north to your future." I moved to Alaska, and I would probably still be there if it wasn't quite so far away. And then I wanted to experience a big city, so I moved to Chicago and I got my master's degree in music. And then I ended up in Brown County and I taught band for 7 years. And so band was everything. It was all I did, all I thought about. And it got to be a little bit stressful as my program got bigger and bigger. And I just was really suffering and was stressed out. And I had the best students and the best parents. And along with music and band, I'd always loved animals. I was an only child, so I think my dog was probably my best friend for many years. And I happened to just be at the right place at the right time, and a volunteer was needed, and I just was in summer break, panicking, getting ready for the year, getting ready for band camp, and they're like, "Hey, we need a volunteer to do this." And I just started doing it, and I was jumping out of bed to go help with this rescue that was happening, and I just was invigorated. It just spoke to me, being alone, I guess, with a dog, rather than being in front of 100 band students. It was just me and a dog, and just walking in this, in this big, beautiful yard, and it just made me happy. My family thought I was crazy, leaving such a good, well-paying job and, in such a great school. And I didn't work for 6 months. I just volunteered a lot. I dog walked, and then I started doing data entry, and then I started doing adoption counseling. Eventually, a job opened up, and I was able to get it. When my husband and I first got married, we adopted a hound dog from the shelter, and she needed a lot of exercise to keep her from being destructive. So we lived in the Bryan Park neighborhood, and we would go walk to Bryan Park every day and around Bryan Park, and then sometimes we'd have to keep walking, or we decided to start taking her in the woods and take her hiking. And she just loved that. She just turned into this machine, just sniffing, going crazy, and just loved being in the woods. I found something that I'm really good at. I was in school, I was always the last person to be picked to be on any team. I could never run, just wasn't really good at sports at all. But then I found out that I can walk and hike forever. And just then the hikes started going from like 2 and 3 mile hikes to 6 mile hikes, like the Pate Hollow Trail. And then those would start going into 10-mile hikes like the Peninsula Trail or the Cope Hollow Trail. I became very obsessed with hiking and finding new places to hike and new beautiful places to see. And just, I don't live in Alaska anymore. We don't live in Colorado, the West, with all of these places that are known for hiking, but Indiana is beautiful in its own way, and there are all of these hidden places that you can find with just really beautiful scenery. When we were getting ready to turn 40, I wanted to do something big, and it always had been in my mind, long distance hiking. We decided to start training for the West Highland Way, which is a 95-mile hike through the Highlands of Scotland. And I found out about this hike I was on one of those guided tours with my parents in my late teens or early 20s, and they had a very distinct memory of looking out the tour bus and seeing this man way off on this green hillside, just like walking on this path. And I thought, wow, that looks amazing. And our tour guide said, that gentleman is walking the West Highland Way, which is a very common pastime for people here, is to go on walking holidays. And I thought to myself, one day I'm going to walk the West Highland Way. And we just decided to do it, and we trained for a full year just every chance we got, we went hiking. We did the Tecumseh Trail, not all at once, but we did it in sections. And basically these long distance walks in Europe, the idea is you walk from like inn to inn. So you don't have to carry the giant backpack with all of your belongings. You just get to carry a day pack, and you just walk about maybe 13 miles from your nice inn to the next inn, and then these nice luggage transfer people deliver your suitcase to your next inn. And then so you get to enjoy the inn and the dinner and the breakfast. We love traveling that way. You just really get to know a country when you're walking through it and hearing it and smelling it and sitting in the pubs and the cafes, and it's just a great way to travel. The food tastes better, the drinks taste better, you feel better because you're exercising and you're walking. In what I was doing, I was happy, and there I had moments of real joy, especially anytime I was like conducting a musical. That was one of my favorite things to do. You know, I see people that have been in their job for 30, 40 years and they're not happy anymore, and I didn't want that to be me. So, and that's not fair to me, that's not fair to the students, it's not fair to the school. So I made a change, and I think the people that know me, they understand, and they're glad that I'm happy.